What's going on, buddy? I'm Shivraj, AK1G, and say welcome back to Slow Roads series. If you're new to the series, I post the link down below. Today is going to be the last day of Slow Roads information, of course. Slow Roads is not about reading. Well, in fact, it's not a reading game, not an information game. It's a driving game, of course. But, like I said, if you're new to the series, I made a first video yesterday. Turns out, we got less views, but hopefully in the future we might get more views. Usually when I make new series, it gets lots and lots of views. But let's hope for the best and see if we can get more than 10 views. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So last episode, I've actually told about how Star Wars has been made. I've read like almost every single part except the fact. So basically, I've read basically a simple summarization, Steam exclusive, background, development roadmap, and content and attributions. These are all the ones I have read yesterday. Today, we're going to be looking at FAQ, frequently asked questions, probably like Q&A. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They're not close to each other. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 questions. We might read by 15 minutes. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. First question: why do I get such a poor performance? Make sure you have hardware acceleration enabled in your browser. And in your OS settings if necessary, if you're on a laptop, check power settings to make sure your browser performance is being throttled. I mean, I don't know much about technology, but I'm using a laptop, of course, so, power settings. I mean, when I play, there's a fan sound, so, I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's strange. Alright, next question. How much will the Steam version cost? If you haven't seen me about reading the Steam version, check out last video. It's still my channel, of course. It depends on how many extra features are added. Probably between $8 and $16. Could be lower, could be higher. You'll know newer to release. So this is strange because Slow Roads has been made in the UK, where it's pounds, of course. That's the currency. Um, $8 and $16. Let me look it up. Dollar to pound. Let me look it up and see what it is. All right, so a dollar is 74 pounds sterling. So, or 7,407 pounds sterling. What about $8? That's £5 and 93 hundredths. Okay, and what about 16? It's 11 pound and 87 hundredths. Okay, um, okay, that kind of makes sense. I'll give it that. I'll give you that. It kind of makes sense. All right, interesting. Let's move on. When will the Steam version be released? So there was a demo, of course, during when I'm recording this. I may be to release it in summer 2026, but can't be certain. Solar development is just unpredictable. It's going to be around August 2026, according to the Steam page, but like I said, it's planned, not exact. So yeah, will the web version still be freely available? It's gotta be. Yes, the Steam version will have extra features and higher quality assets, but the web version will continue to get the same core update. So no problem. The web version will get this update, same with the Steam version. So yeah, cool. Can I trace my progress from the web version to the Steam version? That is a good question. Yes, you'll be able to export your profile from the web version into the full game to keep track of your distance traveled and other stats. This is crazy. I have never ever thought of exporting it, but the problem is I'm not using a Windows laptop. I'm using a Mac, so I can't play the demo. Is there an offline version of the web game that I can play without an internet connection? There has to be a yes, right? Yes. Okay, I was correct. It's called Slow Roads Web Edition, and it's available on itch.io for a small price. Find out on Slow Roads itch.io page. So if I go over there, it will show the itch.io page. The price is $3 US. So, oh wait, what's US dollars to pounds? Let me see right there. All right, so $3 US. It's £2 and 23 hundredths. Okay, pretty cool. What if I click buy now? Okay. Oh, you can also pay more. What if I do $0? Wait, zero. I guess I can't do it because that's not available. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm broke. I don't have that much money, so nope, I can't. What's the background on the game's development? So the background is right over here. Basically, an introduction to the developer. I want a simple, relaxing driving game to play while listening to podcasts or music. Podcasts? I mean, that's crazy. I've actually listened to podcasts. One is The Lunch Show by TMG Vlogs, and the other one is What Happens Next, the Doorman podcast. I mean, I've listened to those two. To be honest, the first one is better, but I gotta do what I gotta do. but existing options were too serious and ended too soon. At the time, I had been working on a vehicle physics engine in a separate project, and at some point became interested in the idea of a procedurally generated environment. I realized I could combine the two, and within a week, I had a basic version of Slow Roads working. Okay, well, pretty, pretty amazing. Who's the developer? Obviously, we know who it is. Hi, I'm Angela. Okay, is it the same? It is the same, right? I'm not sure. Let me look one again. I think it is, right? Uh, I made it pointedly, so I made it pointedly. No, it's a little bit different. Let's take a look. Hi, I'm Enzo, a creative journalist developer interested in graphics, programming, procedural generation, and 3D design. So this began as one of my hobby projects that I'm definitely going to be in solo. You can find some details on my other projects at enzo.dev. So what if I go to, I know I've been to enzo.dev before. What if I go there? I want to check. Okay, so here are games by enzo.dev. There's Slow Roads, Spiketerra.com, Mesh Evolution, Double Structures, not actually games, Concrete Casting, App Data Visualization, The Abyss. I think these are all the ones that Enzo has been made. To be honest, this one looks is it's pretty cool art, I would say. Um, Pretty amazing. Like the pyramid. Imagine if you made a face reveal. He hasn't made a face reveal, but I wish there was. Alright, enough of that, let's move on. The Slow Roads property is owned by my independent solo-owned company, Topograph Interactive Limited, for the purpose of publishing via Steam. Now, I thought Topograph, it's not by Topograph, but Topograph is from Enzo, so that's pretty cool. How and why is the web version free without ads? That's what I've been wondering. Slow Roads is a game about escapism and peace, letting you take a break from the stress of the modern world that intrusive ads don't belong in this context. In general, I think web advertising has spiraled into something of a capitalist hellscape, which makes everyone's experience online worse. All in the name of greed. It's unfortunate that so many talented creators depend on these broken systems to earn revenue for their work. And I think there's a lot of room for online advertising. I want to use a small platform to remind people that there is a better way. It can be a choice, and it can be a simpler, more human-centric approach. If you'd like to support me, aside from wishlisting purchasing the Steam version, you can also pay an optional price for elimination on itch.io. Just for some support, have you thought about adding a competitive rally mode? Ooh. Yes, I've run multiple community rally events over the past few winters, which is Driftmas. Check out driftmas.slowroads.io. I may bring more competitive modes in future, of course, especially to the Steam version. That's amazing, that's a good idea. One can drive through trees or glitch in the sky by going backwards. See, driving through trees, I mean, that is crazy. The game engine only really works on the assumption that you stay on the road and follow in the correct direction. Making that assumption allows for critical performance savings for rendering, environment generation, and physics calculations. As said, it would be no fun to force reset people for driving off-road, though sometimes glitches are the best part of the game. It's like bugs, but not actually a bug. Why are all the cars electric? Like, exactly, like, I hear the vehicle sound, and it sounds like an electric. If y'all think it's a Tesla Cybertruck, nope, it isn't. It is not a Tesla Cybertruck. Alright, let's see what it says. They're a lot more peaceful and simple to drive, which suits the context of the game. Combustion engines are complex to code and design audio for. That's more like teaching, and are quickly becoming old-fashioned or expert, I would say. EVs are just how cars are nowadays. That said, combustion engines are a highly requested feature, so available as an option in the Steam version. What are EVs? Let me look it up. EVs meaning. Alright, what is it? Electric vehicles, of course. I did not know that. Let's just move on. Can you add a radio or music player or connect to Spotify, etc.? I don't have any plans to add a radio or music player to the web version for now, or to the web version. It misspelled the. What the world? And to avoid the complexity of licensing or API integration. But a simple music player is planned for the Steam version. Yeah, I've literally seen videos of that and it says locked. That's going to be for the full version, I think. I have a great idea for the future. How can I tell you? Interesting. It's probably already on the list. I have a lot of things I want to work on already, so it's unlikely I'll be adding new things to the list now. Sorry, if you think it's something I truly haven't thought of you can mention it in Discord and I'm sure someone will let you know. So like last video, if you want to join the Discord server, you need to get a phone number in order to chat. So do that already because that's going to be crazy. Can I contribute to the development of the game? This is still mostly a hobby project for me, so I'm not looking for contributors at this stage. In the future, I might be looking for student specialists. So make sure you follow on social media for updates there. Social media? Yeah, of course, yeah, social media. Get permission to host the game on my own site, make an app of the game with a web view, or otherwise distribute the game myself. No, sorry, unfortunately, many are abusing the Buy Duck Nud license, and I not prefer people not to rehost the game in any context. Okay, so like, people like, basically like, want to introduce the game, or like, want to pretend like the host. I mean, Hopefully, I'm not in the list. Hopefully, I did what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, golly. However, if you would like to purchase a commercial license, please feel held at topograph.io. I'm not here for commercial license. I'm here to explain. Would you make it open source? There are no plans at this stage to open source the game, but I may look into supporting mods for the Steam version in future. Every time it happens. Which tech language was used to make slow roads? I believe I know what it is. Here we go. The whole thing is written in plain JavaScript. I think it's in Computer Science A. I could be wrong. Using 3 just as a rendering library and SvelteKit as in SPA framework. I think they should put a SPA because that's not a vowel sound. It all runs client side in a web goal canvas. The core engine is custom written to be optimized for efficient environment generation, realistic road generation, and minimal physics computation. As for why, I think the browser is underrated as a platform for interactive 3D apps, and I want to make a point of that with slow roads. Plus, Just Dev is super accessible and flexible, and that's just my style. I was about to say, optimize is misspelled, but for UK, it's kind of like that, so, no problem. How does environment generation algorithm work? It uses a modified noise generator. So to Perlin noise. Perlin noise. Let me look it up. Perlin noise. I still have time. Alright. Gradient noise by Ken Perlin. Let me see out of there. Okay. Okay. I think it's like a. Is it like a TV sound? I'm not sure. Alright. Ken Perlin. Oh, it's a professor. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay. Nice. Pretty amazing. And then trace the road in 10 meters increments by testing gradients and choosing the best direction to go at each step. That decision is weighted by a lot of factors like curvature, gradient, progress, water avoidance. Instead, it's gradient for the Perlin noise, self-intersection avoidance, and so on. There's a lot more complexity to it, but that's the gist. One day I'll get around to writing some proper devlogs. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. We want to see something new. Something very realistic. I miss the old slow roads. Is there a way to still play it? There has to be an answer, right? Yes, it's still alive at oldslowroads.io, of course. So, if you really want to play the old version, just go to oldslowroads.io. I've actually took a look at it off camera. I thought it was fake, but it's actually real. So, pretty cool. That's perfect. I missed a specific previous version. Is there a way to still play it? Yes, click the version number in the lower right of the main splash page to open the changelog. Then click the version number for the version you wish to play. It will link to the specific version on slowroads.io page's dev. You may receive a warning for your browser about navigating to this page, but it's safe to do so. Splash page. Is there something right here? No, I think it's talking about for something else. So, yeah. Pretty strange. Alright, last question. Let's go ahead. Will there ever be an Ensure 3? Not Ensure 3, Assure 3. Like, there's no vowel sounds. Like, what the heck? At present, I don't plan to make any significant changes to the underlying engine, so updates for the foreseeable future will simply be expansions of version 2. Okay. Well, listen, to be continued. So, what's the current version? Can I see the current version? Yeah, it says 2.4.2. Oh, wait. Oh wait, so can I click on it? Oh, I can click on it. Oh, never mind. I thought it's talking about the other website, but it actually is talking about this website. Okay, pretty amazing. All right, cool. Yeah, that's all for the Q&A or FAQ. We're gonna end the video out over here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, let us comment down below. Yes, this is the last video of this Slow Roads information, but not the last video of this topic. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be playing Slow Roads Dreadmiss 2022. That's going to be the next video. So here, if I go to Dreadmiss 2022 Slow Roads, and go right over here, tomorrow, I will play this mode right over here. That is going to be the one I'll be playing, for Dreadmiss 22. So, yeah, there you have it. Oh, I'm going to have to change the driving mode. There we go. Yeah. So that's going to be the one for tomorrow. The video that I'm going to be recording for the third video. So this is Dreadmiss 2022. Even though I completed it, I want to do it again. So stay tuned to that for tomorrow. That's all for today. I'll see you next time tomorrow. Peace out.